So we gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it. What the fuck was that? Far as the trenches. Far as the trenches tournament. Like the trenches tournament definitely was not what I expected. I'm disappointed. I'm gonna keep it real. It's a lot of things that need to be fixed in regards to the trenches tournament. It needs to be fixed. We gonna call it what it is. It needs to be fixed. Like let's start with the first thing. The judges that Easy had, far as the trenches tournament, were from Philly. I'm gonna say it again. The judges that Easy had were from Philly, and one was from Detroit. Please explain to me, how is this going to be fair to everyone? Because it comes off a little very biased. Like, I thought when Easy was going to get judges, I'm thinking he going to get reputable people that the culture knows. I'm thinking maybe a Tone Bro. I'm thinking maybe a Vodafly, Showtime SP, um, even an Angry Fan, maybe a Hurricane Dew, or some like people who are judges or have been judges that or within the culture. You use people from Philly and one person that was from Detroit. It's a conflict of interest. It's a conflict of interest with that. Like the judges were, it was two ladies that were at Philly. You had Haas, who was the other person. You had Battlefax, who's from Detroit, and the other gentleman with the green hat. I believe, yeah, he was from Philly too. So you're talking about 4 judges from Philly, and we don't see a conflict of interest in that. Mind you, some of the people in the tournament are from Philly. Moowop's from Philly. Tech is from Philly. Moowop's from Philly. Tech is from Philly. Hold on, bear with me for a second while I fix this. Give me a second while I fix this. Alright, so, alright, let's get back to it. So, as I was saying, 4 out of your 5 judges were from Philly. It has a bias written all on it. Muslim Poppy, you got Muslim Poppy, that was one of the judges. Salute Rule Life, NASA. Muslim Poppy was a judge. The 2 ladies that were from Philly. The guy with the green hat's from Philly. And then, like I said, you had Battlefax, who reps Detroit. Conflict of interest is you have these people being your judges and also being from Philly. Battlefax is from Detroit. Stackboy Chuck is from Detroit. And I'll get into that when I talk about that battle and the conflict of interest with that. I think Easy's got to make some adjustments, definitely for the next round. Like, you can't have judges. You can't have judges from Philly. You can't. You can't do it. It's a biasness. And when I get into those battles, we can further confirm about what I'm talking about with it. So, first battle that kicked it off was Zeta Dropout versus OG Capri. That was the first battle that kicked this off today. When I say, I'm trying to find the nicest way to say this. I remember OG Capri back in his We Go Hard days when he was Boogie Flames. Like, you weren't much better then, and you're still not much better now. Years later, like, we gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real. Like, you're not much better. Um, it just that battle just wasn't that great. It wasn't. It wasn't that great in my opinion. I had Zeta Dropout winning 3-0. I did. For me, Zeta Dropout's second round was really, really good. OG Capri's second round was definitely way better than his first. Zeta Dropout had a real heartfelt third round. Yeah, he had a heartfelt third round. He talked about Palestine. He talked about his brother being over there and making sure he's good and everything like that. You know, but their battle was, it was okay. It was okay. I've seen Zeta Dropout better. Like, Boogie Flame, like, got me calling him Boogie Flames now. OG Capri, you're hit or miss. We're gonna call it what it is. You're hit or miss as far as material. It takes you too long to get to the good stuff. That's another thing with watching you. Like, Zeta Dropout can rap his ass off, in my opinion. And I was cracking up at people calling Zeta Dropout a low budget Mike P, though. That's kind of funny to me. Like, Zeta Dropout can rap. He's always been able to rap, in my opinion. It's just content and material. And being mindful of where you're at with what you're rapping. Like, if you were expecting a certain type of reaction, you're not going to get it. You weren't going to get it. OG Capri, you got a lot of energy and a lot of performance, but for me, the bars weren't there. Like, you had a couple of good lines. Your second round, you had a couple of good lines, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. We're gonna call it what it is. Zeta Dropout 30. That's how we started the night off. Then Calf versus King. Let's talk about it. Going into this battle, I'm familiar with Calf from RBE. And I've seen him have really good battles and rap very well. Not stumble, not nothing. I was very disappointed with Calf in this battle. Highly disappointed as far as this battle. And then he starts explaining that he was too busy trying to get his CDL instead of focusing on the battle. And he stuck with doing the battle because he didn't want King to come and not have an opponent. Like, commendable, but come on, Cav, you gave an ass performance. We're gonna call it what it is. Like, your Sacramento Kings scheme was cool. I liked it. But you choked it in your second round. Your third round, you basically freestyled your third round, and you start explaining how you were getting your CDL. You know, So kudos to the CDL, but it's like you chose to be a part of the tournament. You know, you chose to be a part of the tournament because Easy picked you to be a part of the tournament. So it's like a smack in the face, in a sense, to Easy and the trenches because you didn't take advantage of the opportunity because you had your other obligation and you took a spot for somebody who could have been in the tournament and probably had a great performance. So it's unfortunate in that regard. Um, that's all I can say in regard to that. King going into the battle, I didn't know who he was. I didn't know who he was, but he could rap. He can rap. Like, salute to him, salute to Florida. Like, you can rap. You won 30, you know. It's unfortunate that you had a really good performance and Calf basically bullshit as far as the battle. And then here's another thing. Stop giving your opponents praise during battles. Shaking hands, dabbing hands. You can salute them and all that after the battle. You don't have to do it during the battle. Like, it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. Like, Calf was doing a whole bunch of that during the battle. Like, salute the Calf, and hopefully next time next time the fans see you, you are focused, You just threw away what is it, $10,000 opportunity because you couldn't multitask, and it's unfortunate. Salute the King. Look forward to how the next round goes for you. Next battle after that, you had Diesel versus Baby James. To everybody who was hyping Baby James, he cool, but he ain't get crazy. We not gonna make it seem like he got crazy, because that is not the case. That's not the case. Like, he was cool. Like, he need to work on the breath control and the pacing as far as the rapping, because he had to pause at times because he couldn't catch his breath. Like, the material was cool, but I kept saying a lot of people talking about Baby James like he was great. He's great. He's the next star. He cool. He cool as far as what I saw as far as that battle. He's cool. He's cool as far as what I saw. I'm not mad at that, but you won. Like, I think people had it that you won. I don't know. Like, how they really did the judging, I'm really not sure with some of these battles. Diesel, welcome back. I ain't seen you since last time I saw you on your rail as far as the PGs and stuff like that. I ain't really seen you. I believe this is like your first battle back. Yo, you were killing us with this stocking cap on your head like you just got out of jail, bruh. Like, Diesel, you are dope, but it takes you a minute to get to the good parts when you're rapping. It does. It takes you a minute to get to the good parts. And with this being a tournament, y'all had a cutoff. I think y'all only had 2 minutes and 30 seconds for a round. And it's like it took you a nice amount of the round to get to the good bars in your round. Cause like Diesel, you can rap. But it's like if you only had 2 minutes and 30 seconds, it should not take you almost a minute and 30 or almost 2 minutes to get to the good parts, in my opinion. That was the only issue I had as far as you. So first round, I gave it to Baby James. I gave Baby James the first round. Second round, I gave to Diesel. For me, at points, it did seem like Diesel was trying to remember the bars as he was rapping. That's how it came off to me. Because he was like pausing at points. And it's like usually when a battler pauses within like the round, they're trying to stop themselves from choking, stumbling, or they, you're trying to remember your bars as you're going along. Baby James, when he went for his second round, he started off a little shaky, with his started his round, but he got through the round. Second round, I gave Diesel the second, and then the third round, I gave to Baby James. That battle was okay. It was okay. It was okay. The next battle you had Tex versus Kuda. Tex versus Kuda. I'm not familiar with either of them. Like I was cracking up. They were calling Tex, Bridge Jr. Somebody was like, they called him Bridge Jr. And I'm like, all right, here we go. Tex was killing me with the stop my time. Like, just rap through it. That's all you gotta do. Rap through it, and they were watching the time. Easy was calling time when he needed to. So, I mean, like Tex was cool. He was cool. I like he got the energy. He had the bars. Like I liked him. Like I would want to see Tex again. Um, Kuda was cool too. Like he rapped good. I had Kuda the first round and Tech the second and third. That's how I called the battle. You know. Followed after that, you had Staff Boy Chuck versus Loyal Savage. Now, if you watch their face off, there was a money on the floor bet with Stack Boy Chuck and Loyal Savage. They were betting $1,000 each on the battle. And I believe they had the stipulation with whoever won the battle, or no, if you didn't come to the battle with $1,000, the person that came with the money and got to go through to the next round. That was also, I believe, a stipulation for the battle. So I gave the first round to Loyal Savage. I gave the second and third to Stack Boy Chuck. First time seeing Loyal Savage battle. I believe he was Rookie of the Year far as Florida battle rap. So I was interested in really seeing what he had to offer. He started out hot. And then it just seemed like, for me, it just kind of went downhill. He didn't keep it all the way up here. Whereas like Stack Boy Chuck kept the same energy and everything all 3 rounds. Now, let's get into where the issue came in. So, saying that their battle it had a money on the floor bet, $1,000 a piece. the judges again, Muslim Poppy, the two females, Battle Facts, Battle Facts, and the other guy with the green hat from Philly. So, four of your five judges represent Philly, and then Battle Facts represents Detroit. So, conflict of interest came with Battle Facts. Battle Facts is from Detroit. Boy Chuck is from Detroit. Now, this came up after when they said who won. They had already said Boy Chuck, Boy Chuck won. But Loyal Savage brought up to Muslim Poppy that, hey, how can you use Battle Facts when Battle Facts is from Detroit? So conflict of interest, with Battle Facts and Boy Chuck being from the same place to give an opinion. So Battle Facts choice didn't matter, as far as the decision. That's what where I think that's when they started using the guy with the green hat, because before Battle Facts was, so Boy Chuck still won the battle, but I think they got to do better with who the judges are, because it shouldn't happen like that. That shouldn't happen. So next battle, CNG Ty versus Bo the Great. Going into the battle, everybody has CNG Ty as a favorite going into this battle. First round, Bo had a solid first round. First time hearing Bo the Great rap. Solid first round. CNG Ty goes. His round was cool. Gave the first round to Bo the Great. So, like, Bo the Great's whole thing within, like, his rounds was, he was talking about how Ty's now K Shine's little man, and K Shine's Mook and Rex's little man. So he went from being John John's little man as far as bullpen, just to go and be K Shine's little man. So that was mentioned. Now, we not like Bo was cool. He was good as far as rapping. It did take him a while to get to the good parts in this round. Honestly, it did take him a while to get to the good parts. CNG Ty's second round, he turned up, he got the energy and everything going with it. Then something happened with something being said in the battle, and then somebody on Ty's side, I think it was when Bo was saying fuck Hey Shine, fuck Zip him up, something like that. Whoever was with Ty said something, and the two sides were going back and forth. Here we go again with entourages messing up battles. Ty didn't take offense to Bo the Great saying, fuck K-Shine, fuck Zip 'em Up. They're battling. But whoever was with Ty in the crowd took offense and said something. So the person on Ty's side and somebody behind Bo the Great were going back and forth. And I believe whoever, Ty walks off to say something to his mans or whatever, and that person, I think, ended up leaving. Come back to the battle, and, CNG Ty's going back and forth with somebody still behind Bo the Great. That it was going, making it like it was gonna go beyond battle rap, and people were like it ain't gonna be none of that, because really it shouldn't have went to all that. So finished the round, cool. Second round, I gave it to CNG Ty. It's 1-1 going into the third. Third round, both talking about how unloyal that CNG Ty is, basically. That you aired out your dirty laundry, far as you and you're falling out with John and the whole thing, far as bullpen or whatever, too. I don't know the whole situation with that, but Bo spoke on it. And him being disloyal. Alright. Got through the round, solid round. Ty's upset still from what happened. And he wrapped this round, but it was like at a point he cut the round short. Because I guess he was over everything that was going on. Whatever. I gave it to Bo the Great 2-1. That's how I called it. You know, entourages gotta be entourages. If you pay your money to come to an event, no matter what is said, do not mess up the battle. Don't mess up the battle. So that's the only thing that kind of messed up that battle. But salute the CNG Ty, salute the Boulder Grid on the win 2-1. Then got into a battle I really wanted to see. J Moore versus Dre Majesty. J Moore's one of the favorites to win the tournament. For me, J Moore showed why he's him. He wanted the drug talk, you know, the bars, the moments, all that. Dre Majesty has some fire bars, but it wasn't enough to combat all of what J Moore was doing with the performance, the moments, the talk. Like, it wasn't combating that. So, J Moore 30. For me, J Moore had performance of the night. J Moore and J Majesty might be my battle of the night, honestly, too. Like, it was a great back and forth battle. Salute to J Moore. Like, J Moore's been doing this thing. That battle lived up to the hype. It was exactly what I expected it to be. J Moore gave the fans what they wanted. Mind you, he's coming off the battle with Bonus. He beat Bonus, you know, and then now in the tournament, one of the favorites to win the tournament. He rose to the occasion. So salute to J Moore, salute to Dre Majesty. That's not the end for Dre Majesty. You're gonna still continue to hear about him. He's doing his numbers. He is definitely doing his numbers. And then the main event, Muwa versus Prezi. I'm gonna say it. The battle did not live up to the hype. It didn't. It didn't live up to the hype. Also, Prezi started rapping his first round, and the audio didn't work. That was one thing also. So Prezi was rapping his first round. The audio was not working as far as the stream. So one of the battlers had to, I think, call Muslim Poppy to tell him, hey, the audio's not working for the stream. Because they stopped the battle. They stopped the battle so they can get the audio correct. Prezi had to rap his round again. So it took a couple of minutes with that. But I'm glad they was able to fix it, get it together. So Prezi rap first. Prezi had a solid first round. Like, Prezi's going to give you the energy. He's going to give you the performance. But he had the bars to go along with it. So Prezi had a solid first round. Muwap goes for his first round. It was cool. It was cool for me. But it wasn't enough to beat Prezi. Prezi got the first round. Second round, Prezi goes again. Prezi still keeping the performance and the energy and the bars. So I'm like, all right, Prezi with another solid round. Prezi has another solid round. Muwap goes. Like, Muwap picked it up a little as far as the second round. But it still wasn't enough to beat Prezi's second round for me. So I had it. Prezi got the second round too. So I have it as Prezi 2-0. Third round. Prezi's third round was cool, just cool for me. He still had the energy. Still had the performance, had the bars. But it was just cool for me. Muwap's third round was his best round of the battle. To me, it seemed like Muwap picked it up energy-wise, and like energy and bar-wise. The bottom of his, or like the middle part of his second round into his third round, through his third round. But by then it was too late, in my opinion. I gave Muwap the third. So I have Prezi winning. I don't know how they have it as far as who won. How the judges scored the battle. Oh, I know how they scored it. I take that back. They gave the battle to Muwap. And the same judges were the ones talking about the battle. So, conflict of interest again here, people. If you have a Philly battler battling, you cannot have Philly people as your judges. Conflict of interest, biasness, however you want to word it. There's no way you have Muwap versus Prezi as your main event, and you have Philly people doing the judges. Bill Collector, Muslim Poppy, the two ladies, the guy with the green hat. Battle Facts was floating around. I think he gave a judgment with it. Don't really remember. You cannot have people that are from Philly as your judges. You, for the next round, to make this fair across the board, you need to get some judges that don't represent Philly, that don't represent Philly. Point blank, period. Don't represent Philly. That's how that has to go. Go find you some quality judges. Where was Tone Bro? Where was Vodafly? Where was Showtime SP? Or go get a battle rapper that has no affiliation to anybody as far as this tournament. Like this is my opinion. So for the next round, Easy. Go get you some real judges for the next round. Go get you some judges for the next round. It should not be folks who are either one from Philly or two work that are part of the staff or hosting far as your event. It's too many conflicts of interest in it. I mean, you have Bill Collector also. He was also judging. Like, conflict of interest, too much biasness with it. It's just a few things that need to be cleaned up for round 2 of the trenches tournament. That's what it is. You got to fix these things for the next round of the tournament. Like, and once you fix those things, you'll be good to go. You will be. You'll be good to go. But you can't continue the way that you're going. You can't. You cannot continue the way you're going. Like, I don't know who shot, like, who's the camera person for the trenches as far as this tournament, but y'all need to be knowing when your audio doesn't work either. It shouldn't take for somebody to call somebody for then you guys to know your audio doesn't work. Like, are we not I know things do happen, but are we not testing things like throughout the event to make sure certain things aren't happening? That's all I'm saying. So overall, it was cool. It was cool. It was cool. Things gotta be fixed. Some things gotta be fixed. So, like, my performer of the night is Jay Moore. My battle of the night is Jay Moore versus Dre Majesty. That is my battle of the night too. Salute to everybody for the Trenches tournament. Going into it, it was a bunch of y'all I was not familiar with. Some of y'all I'm a little more familiar with now. But going into round 2, y'all gonna have to step these bars up. I did not hear $10,000 worth of bars tonight. Overall, I did not hear $10,000 worth of bars. Y'all gotta watch these battles back and correct some things for the next round. Whatever Easy announces when the next round is. But some things gotta be fixed. Things gotta be fixed. That's the best way to put it. Some things need to be fixed. I believe this is Easy first time doing a tournament as far as the trenches. Maybe not. Yeah, I can't recall. I don't remember. But he's gonna know now some things gotta be done different. And if that's the case, if you're gonna have 4 judges in the building, can we kind of do it that maybe the 5th judge is the fans? The fans are the 5th judge with a poll, maybe, or just get 5 solid judges that don't have nothing to do with Philly or affiliation to any of the battlers. But I look forward to round 2 of the Trenches tournament. Salute to all the winners and to the folks that didn't win. Salute to y'all. I still know y'all gonna be moving and grooving throughout battle rap, making names for yourselves. So I'm not worried. Easy putting certain people in this tournament was to put eyes and light on y'all for folks who weren't familiar with y'all. That's really all it was. Because pretty much everybody had some motion. had some motion, was getting booked and everything prior to the tournament. So that's really all this was. It was an opportunity to have more eyes on y'all and a chance at $10,000. So either way, still let the best man win. But for round 2, I need somebody to rap like you gonna win $10,000. That's what I need. I need that to happen because I wasn't thoroughly impressed tonight for the most part.